Hey guys, it's Jencita, and I am here for another episode of Always Listen to Jencita, and I am here to talk about high school. Shannon had asked me to talk about high school because she's starting soon, so she wanted maybe to know tips for meeting people or any important lessons I might have learned while I was in high school. So, Shannon, what I can say to you and anyone else who needs some advice is to get involved in something. Like, for me, I wasn't like popular or anything in high school, but I wasn't like picked on either. You know what I mean? So, for a lot of people, high school can be very traumatic. I know junior high is more so like people being mean to each other, calling them names, but I know high school there's a lot of like cliques and stuff like that. So my advice is to try and get involved in a club or a sporting event that you might like. Not everyone is good at sports, but you can join the band, the choir. Not everyone knows how to play an instrument, but maybe you can still try out. There's tons of groups around. There's literally like chess club, photography club. Some schools have Bible clubs, science club, math club, like anything. So anything you remotely find an interest in, I would suggest joining a club. And sometimes they meet like once a week or something. But it sort of gives you an advantage to meeting people and becoming close with people. Like to this day, the people I keep in touch with from high school are people that I played with on my soccer team. Um, I kind of I did a couple clubs, but when you get into, sophomore year, I think you can start taking like more electives. And I did yearbook for a couple years, so that was fun too. Any class that you're not always having to be studious in, because when you find people with similar likes, it gives you an advantage to that. So I don't know. That's my suggestion. Otherwise, um, if you're really shy, I was pretty shy in high school, but it was kind of funny because there's actually two girls that I ended up being close with throughout high school who literally like just tried to talk to me all the time because I was so shy, and they were like, I'm just gonna bug her. I'm just gonna talk to her like all the time. But yeah, we ended up becoming good friends. So try to find something you're interested in and get involved that way. Um, if there's nothing you really find an interest in, maybe you can, try to get a study buddy for certain classes. Maybe you find you're having a harder time, or maybe you're really good and you might offer to help someone else who might be struggling. So, anyway, I don't want you to feel alone or be like sitting by yourself at lunch. Sometimes I did that. I would like go to different groups. Like, oh, I know these people from soccer. I'll go sit with them. Or like, oh, I know this girl from, whatever class. Like maybe I'll go sit with them today. So try to just do that. You honestly, even if you're really shy, if you don't take a chance, you're just going to be really alone. So I would say, oh, I recognize that girl from my English class. Hey, do you mind if I sit with you? Like I don't really know anyone. You might become best friends. What are they going to be like? No, you can't sit with us. And if they do, then they're mean people and you don't want to be friends with them anyway. So then go find another person. Like, oh, you're in my whatever class. Like, do you mind if I sit here and eat lunch with you? I don't really know anyone else. So I would say just keep trying to do that. And don't be afraid to be who you are. Because then no one's going to like you anyway. And if you get made fun of for something, that's not a reflection on you. That's a reflection on other people being mean and cruel. So, um, if you need an outlet, get an outlet. I literally journaled every single day in high school. Not because it was horrible or anything, but just because. Hi. Um, just because that was my sort of that was my outlet for just like whatever was happening, and my way to go back and recount events throughout my life, or I can go back now and be like, what? I thought like that? Like, I found notes from when I was in, like, 6th grade, and I'm like, I actually wrote some on that. Like, that's so dumb. Like, I can't, like, I don't even remember stuff, and I'm just like, that happened? So, I don't know. Advice, anything I learned. If you go out for an event or a group, try to stick with it. I remember it was my senior year, and I was in the soccer program all 4 years. So me and 4 other girls were all seniors on the varsity team, and we weren't bad soccer players. Like, there was freshmen on the team that shouldn't have been because their older siblings, slept with the coach, but we won't go there. But they would actually say, like, I didn't deserve to be on the team. And I'm like, you're horrible. You get to play every single game, and you're horrible. And then there was, like, my really good friend Christy, who's way better than her, but we would always be, like, on the bench. So, but anyways, even though sometimes people said something on the soccer team, like, I stuck with it because, hey, at the end of that season, I got my varsity letter for soccer. And I was like, you know what? I've been with this program for this long. I'm going to get my letter. So. And then I went over to track and I got into CIF. So you might not be good at everything, but you're good at other things, and that's what matters. Try to stick with something. And if all else fails, you know what? I'm sure you have friends, hopefully, you can talk to otherwise. And concentrate on study. Do not get caught up in boys. That is the one thing I never did. I never dated anyone until my first boyfriend was when I turned 22. And I really focused on my studies, and I think it's so much better, you guys, because when you have a boyfriend in high school, you're gonna break up. Like, seriously, like, 1 in every, like, 1,000 people make it with their high school sweetheart, if that. I think it's unnecessary heartbreak and drama, and I personally think it's stupid to date until you're ready for marriage. So, don't get caught up in, like, all the proms and the homecoming and nobody's going to ask me. I actually only went to 2 dances in high school. I went to Sadie's my senior year just to see what the dance was like, and then I went to prom my senior year, and I went with my brother, my older brother. And I think that's better. Like, if you want to go to a dance, I say go with a group of friends. You don't have to have a date. Go with your girlfriends, go with your guy friends, go with whoever, but don't get caught up in that stuff. It'll just make you sad and think, oh, I'm not pretty enough, like, whatever. Like, literally, you know how you think guys want, like, the pretty, popular cheerleader who's really thin, and you're like, I'll never be that thin. It was really strange, but I remember one time I was in one of my classes, and there was these boys talking about this cheerleader girl, and they were saying how she's too skinny, like she was a cheerleader, like one of the more popular cheerleaders, and they were just saying, like, oh, she's too skinny, like, I wouldn't date her, she's, like, too thin. So not every guy likes the skinniest girl in school, but a lot of high school is that, like, they like the pretty, popular, whatever, and that stuff fades, like, honestly, the popular people in my school were kind of ditzy, and, you know, I don't know, like, I feel like the people that didn't become vice president or president of the whatever, ASB, they're the ones today that are the most successful. So, popularity doesn't equal success. Um, Success is for the people that try hard and work hard, not that have things handed to them. So concentrate on your studies, get good grades, and go to a good school. Try to find out what you're interested in so you can have a good career. The people that end up saying, oh, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Oh, I have no idea. Those are the people that end up staying in their small town, going to a community college, and never really finishing college because they have no idea what they want to do in their life. And those are the people that end up being more miserable. So, even though throughout high school or college I might not have been popular, I was still able to have fun because I did things that I loved. And today I am a nurse. I am in a wonderful, lasting relationship, and I'm, doing things that I like in my spare time. And that's what high school teaches you. It gives you the building blocks to create a successful future and successful relationships with other people. So if someone is mean to you, there's no need to be mean back. Like, that's gonna make you feel like a bad person, and that's not gonna turn you into someone who you want to be. Because those people that are like that, they're not gonna have good careers in their future. Those aren't the people that someone wants to hire. Nobody wants drama and excess in their life. So if you're a good person and you do everything you should, and people make fun of you for that, don't even worry about it. Seriously. Like Taylor in the song Me. Someday she is living in a big old city, and she is having a lot of success. And that's just how it is. Like, you might look awkward as you're growing through, like Austin Swift. He wasn't the most, cutest kid in the world. Look at him now, handsome as ever. And, that's just how it works. Like, you go through these growth spurts and you're just, like, awkward and you're, like, shorter and, wider because you still have baby fat. But then you grow taller and, your body proportions out. So, anyway, it's not gonna be this bad forever. That's the only thing I can really stress to you guys. If you want me to talk about something else, feel free to tweet me at listen to Jencita, and I would be more than happy to talk to you guys. Alright, until next time. Bye.